we're arriving to Grandma's. Or I'm arriving to Grandma's. I don't know what time it is, 3:41. All right. Love everybody. 6:10, we're now leaving. Pushing a wheelchair, half deep water. Yeah, that's done.
Wow. This story has a happy ending. A man in Naples, Florida, going above and beyond to rescue his mother from dangerous floodwaters in the wake of Hurricane Ian.
Yeah, that brave hero in Naples resident, Johnny Lauder, he swam half a mile in the flooded streets last week to save his mother, Karen, who's in her 80s, from Hurricane Ian's devastating and dangerous floodwaters. Johnny, thanks so much for joining us here. What quite the story. First of all, a happy ending there as we saw smiles on the faces. Walk the viewers, if you can, step by step through this rescue. And could she not get out? What exactly happened?
No, my mother is, she's 84. She has one leg. She's an amputee. She's very stubborn, tough as nails, refused to go to a shelter, refused to evacuate. Luckily, my wife is out of town visiting family in Vegas before this whole thing even occurred. So my two sons and we decided we weren't going to leave Grandma behind, of course. So we stationed up at my oldest son's house. My mom refused any of us to be with her. Stubborn is lightly a way to put it. So we were here monitoring the storm. Family abroad, my wife, family in Chicago and Vegas, Miami, they were texting us constantly. So unintentionally, I documented everything by taking snapshots. I didn't want to text back. It's a quick picture, a quick video. We're okay. My youngest stayed on the phone with my mom the whole time, which is her house is about a half mile away, to kind of get a status report where the water was. She first reported it was at her ankle. Then we noticed the water outside here was probably about 3.5, 4 feet deep and rising fast. I then knew that time was of the essence. So my kids, we put them in the attic crawl space with food, phone, everything. Luckily, we still had connection via phone. They had a way to get through the roof if they needed to. And I made my way out the window. I dove out the window and started the trek to my mom's house. Along the way, now I have my family abroad and my kids in the attic wondering if Dad's okay and Grandma's on the line. So every time I can push through, kick, swim, if I found a spot where I can catch my breath, I'd pull my phone out of my shoulder pocket, snap a picture of me so they could see I'm alive. And then I would take a picture of the street because they were familiar with the area and they knew how far away I was from Grandma's house.
It's almost hard to believe, right? Because you see these flood waters rise so dramatically. So when you actually made it to your mom's house and you saw her, she was still there. What did that look like?
Well, approaching her house was a sense of terror and relief. I've been in hairy situations before. You just got to stay laser focused. But when it's one of your own, sometimes the emotions can kick in. And as I approached her house, I heard her screaming. I couldn't get through the front door. The terror was thinking something might have fallen on her and she was hurt. The relief was knowing that she had air in her lungs, so I wasn't too late. Turns out she was yelling at me that the door wouldn't open and she was on the phone with my son. I went to the back window, took the back window out and snapped a picture to send everybody that, Grandma's fine. We're going to make it. It wasn't over yet, but I wanted them to know I was there.
I want to ask you about this, too. It's great to hear that everyone's okay, everyone's safe, but many people don't understand those that live in coastal areas deal with hurricanes, they deal with tropical storms, depressions every summer. And many that do not don't understand it, that there are people, even if you issue an evacuation order or say, hey, it's pretty dangerous to leave, there are those that refuse and want to stay where they are. Not saying that's the best thing to do or not, but bottom line is there are those people. For instance, down in Grand Island, New Orleans, there's a lot of folks that don't want to leave those areas. There's places in Fort Myers, Florida, southern coastal areas of Florida. Talk to me about that. Just because if an evacuation order is issued, that doesn't mean everyone gets up and leaves. Many people, they want to stay in their own home.
And it's sad. As Floridians, we become a little complacent. We think that we're tougher than storms. And If anybody takes anything away from this, I hope it's that people realize that Mother Nature is a beautiful, strong, cruel, and unforgiving woman, and we had plenty of time to leave. Because of someone's stubbornness, we stayed behind. But I'd rather see people leave, evacuate, come back and cry over the possessions you lost, instead of coming back and or not coming back and somebody coming down to cry over somebody they lost. So if you ask my mother now, will she evacuate? Her tone has changed quite dramatically. So, and if I had to do it again, I would do it in a heartbeat. I do it for your mom. I do it for anybody's mom. But if I don't have to, I prefer not to.
Right, of course. That's what you do. You do for your family. You swim through the floodwaters, not knowing what's on the other side, willing to risk it all. Johnny Lauder, thanks so much for coming on. I know your family's hurting right now. They lost a lot of possessions, of course, but the fact that you're able to be with your mother is really some light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.